Hello. Let's talk 5 a.m. wake ups. They're horrendous. I've been there and it is not fun for the parents. So I understand the pain of 5 a.m. wake ups. Anything with a five front of it, in I guess the sleep world will be considered nighttime. Very difficult this time of year because we've got the long days, the bright, lovely bright evenings, but also really bright mornings. So 5 a.m. it is bright at the moment. So look, there's a few different reasons why your child could be doing 5 a.m. wake ups. And I guess the annoying thing is it's not usually a quick fix. So there could be loads of various reasons why your child might have started waking up at five. And then what can happen is it turns into a bit of a habit. And your child's body clock starts waking up at 5 a.m. Their circadian rhythm starts waking them up just like us. You know, if you're used to waking up at 7 a.m. every morning for work, and then on a Saturday morning, you still wake up at 7 a.m., even if you want to wake up at 8 or 9 or whatever time it is. So the same thing for babies. For children, their body clock can get embedded in them, and it can be hard to, I guess, break that rhythm. As I said, there's a few reasons why your child might be waking up early. There's undertiredness. That could be that they've actually had enough sleep in the night, and they're just ready to go. So we just maybe need to look at their schedule, what time they're going to bed at, what our realistic expectations are of their total 24-hour sleep. It could be overtiredness, which contradicts my last point. But if a child isn't getting enough sleep in a 24-hour period, that can cause early morning risings contrary to, I guess, what may seem logical as adults. You're tired, so you should sleep more, but that doesn't always happen. But the point I'm going to focus on today, because I guess it's the least complicated, because the sleep during the day and in the 24-hour period, it isn't one size fits all. Every child is different. Every child is going to have different sleep needs. So it's understanding your child, and based on their age. There's obviously averages for each different age range. So you can kind of make an educated average sleep, guess in terms of what a child of a certain age would need. But as I said, every child's different, and it depends on our behaviors as parents as well. Like, what are we doing when they wake up? But something that I guess would apply to everyone, which is why I'm making this video, is the environment. So, like, simple little tweaks can actually make such a difference to how your child sleeps, especially during that 5 a.m., 4 a.m. period of the morning. It can be a period of very light sleep. So, something like daylight coming through a window or through a curtain can actually trigger a wake up, which may not happen if it happened at like 1 a.m. They might be in a deeper sleep. So, things like actual blackout blinds. Sorry, my camera's shaking here. I'm not going to make edits this video. I'm just going to go raw dog on it. So I'm just going to throw it up there. But making little tweaks, like, so let's just say you've got blinds and they've got a little strip of light coming through the edges. Blocking them off can make the world of difference to sleep, depending on the aspect of your child's room. If that morning light is hitting the window, that could really be disturbing them. So by blocking that can make a massive difference. Or it might mean, if you've got blackout blinds, also putting a blackout curtain on top of it, that can help. Noise. So seagulls. I live close to the sea, and the amount of people I've actually worked with have such an issue with seagulls. Now, you're not going to be able to get rid of the seagulls very easily, but you can try and block out that noise. So maybe it's getting a white noise machine going. Even if you haven't used it before, if you think seagulls or an external noise are triggering a wake up, another issue I've encountered clients incurring is overhead planes. They're on a flight path. 5 a.m. can be a time when planes start landing or taking off. And again, you can't stop a plane landing, but you can try and create a different noise environment in your child's bedroom. So sometimes, and it depends, like, even for an older child, a really low volume white noise machine can help block out that noise. What I would say is, if you're going to use a white noise machine, keep it on all night. Sometimes people use it for, putting their baby to sleep, or their child to sleep, which is absolutely fine. But what can happen, probably more so in babies, when that white noise machine goes off, that can actually wake them up, because they're kind of well, something's changed. So my recommendation, if you have a hot white noise machine, just keep it going all night. So that can help insulate the noises. And look, you want to make sure the room is comfortable. So we don't want it getting too hot, don't want it to be getting too cold. Too hot again is probably more of a problem this time of year. We have had nice weather. Not today, but last week we did. And I know myself, I didn't sleep that well. My kids are a bit older. The covers were thrown off them, but a baby won't be able to necessarily control that. So just making sure that you're being aware of the talk value if your baby's wearing like a little sleep sack. Keep an eye on the temperature in the room, doing things during the day to help prevent that room overheating. And if you need to put a fan in the room to cool it down, do that. Things like putting the blinds down during the day with a little window open to protect the windows. You don't want the windows getting heated and potentially causing damage to the windows. That's with the blinds down, so keep those windows open and allows an airflow through it. And then as I said, if the room is particularly hot, even with keeping it dark, get a fan going, keep it cool. You just want to make sure that the baby's in obviously a safe environment, but also a comfortable environment, so that they aren't getting agitated and waking up from heat. And obviously the same goes for the winter if the opposite problem, cold. I'm going to start posting more helpful videos for you and your child's sleep on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok. So follow along. If you've got anything specific that you want me to cover, just comment and I'll make sure I cover it. I'm going to be trying to do these longer form, less edited videos so that you can just listen to me and my ramblings on sleep. But please do let me know if there's a topic you'd like me to cover. Bye.